नान्यास्पृहा रघुपते हृदये स्मदीये सत्यं वदामि च भवान् अखिलान्तरात्मा भक्तिं प्रयच्छ रघुपुङ्गव निर्भरां मे कामादिदोषरहितं कुरु मानसं च. First of all, I thank the authorities of this wonderful gathering, this ashrama, Valmiki ashrama, for providing me such an opportunity to present my thoughts and the Ramayana traditions in Kerala. And this opportunity is very special to me. First of all, I'm talking about Malayalam Ramayanas in English. That's a very first time experience of mine. I have talked about Malayalam Ramayanas in Malayalam many times. I have chanted Malayalam Ramayana, but about Malayalam Ramayanas, I'm talking for the first time in English. Of course, I'm a little nervous too, because Malayalam is such a language, and it is spoken only by 3.5 crore people in Kerala. And of course, Keralites are everywhere in the world. So, Malayalam language's evolution, that happened during the Sangha Kala. And it's a matter of great dispute that people say that Malayalam has evolved as many other languages. Malayalam also has evolved from Sanskritam. And some people say that it has evolved from Tamil. But we can see the flavors of Tamil as well as Sanskritam in Malayalam language. Malayalam's vocabulary, 70% of Malayalam's vocabulary has come from Sanskritam only. We use the same words, but some grammatical differences are there. For example, vrikshaha, it's in Sanskritam, it's in Pullinga. It's in masculine gender in Sanskritam, but in Malayalam we use it in neutral gender, Napumsakalinga. But the word is same and the meaning is also same. So the evolution of language, that takes a lot of time. And of course we can see the influence, a great influence of Tamil language also there in Malayalam. So we can say that Malayalam language has evolved both from Tamil as well as Sanskritam, and Malayalam has developed its own vocabulary afterwards. There are many words which can be seen only in Malayalam. Malayalam language, after the evolution, there was no such literature that could be in that language. The people, those who were speaking even Malayalam, they were also relying upon the literature which are there in Sanskritam or in Tamil. So there happened a great poet, Tunjat Ramanujan Eduthachan. That's his name. Tunjat Ramanujan Eduthachan, he wrote a Ramayanam in most purest form of Malayalam, we can say. And that is known as Adhyatma Ramayana. So what is the fundamental difference between Valmiki Ramayanam and Adhyatma Ramayanam is? In Valmiki Ramayanam, we can see that Rama is an ordinary man. He's a man, he has a family, and the story goes on in this way. In Adhyatma Ramayana, in the first lines itself, Tunjat Ramanujan Eduthachan says that he is the incarnation of Vishnu. So Rama is Ishvara. He is not a common human being. So that is a fundamental difference. And from there we can see almost the storyline is same and everything is same. But there are some differences in the story, and some added stories are there, and some added incidents are also there. When we think about Walmiki Maharshi, the most famous story is Valmiki Maharshi. He was a Ratnakara, he was a hunter, he was a thief, he was residing there in the forest, and he used to steal, he used to attack people, those who were crossing the forest, and he had an encounter with the Saptarshis. So the Saptarshis told him that, why are you doing all these things? And he told that this is the sake of my family, I'm taking care of my family, so this is what I need to do. And I don't find any difficulty in doing this because I'm supporting my family. So, and Saptarshis told him to go to his wife or his family, and he went there and he asked them whether you will be able to share the results of my sins and all, but they told that it is not, it's impossible. So he came back, then Saptarshis told him, or Saptarshis enlightened this person, and this person has become Valmiki, Valmika Dagataha, so Valmiki. In Malayalam, there is a story that some people say that it is he had an encounter with Narada, or some people say that he had an encounter with the same Saptarshis. When he came back from his family, as he is an illiterate person, he asked Saptarshis, so Narada, anywhere, the versions can be changed, but he asked them, so what can I do that I want to become a good person, so I regret all the sins which I have committed now, so I just want to become a good person, what am I supposed to do? Then they told, there is a word, maram. Maram means tree in Malayalam. So this person, of course, he doesn't know Vedas, he doesn't know any other things. So because of this, Saptarshis told him to sit down and chant Mara. And if you chant Mara for a long time, it will become Rama. Mara, 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 Rama. So just by chanting Rama mantra, Walmiki or Ratnakara has turned out to be Walmiki, such a great saint, or the first poet we can see. So this is a story in Malayalam language. I think similar stories would be there in different other languages also, literature also. Coming to Ramayana and of course Mahabharata, these are known as itihasas, right? Iti iha asit, itihasaha. So it happened like this here, or it happened here like this. So that is itihasaha. Of course, incident, these things happened here in this world and the world has witnessed it, no doubt in that. And the word Ramayanam is Ramasya Ayanam, the journey of Rama. So, of course, it can be taken as my personal opinion, but when you go to Mahabharata and you read Ramayana, after Mahabharata, you read Ramayana, or when you read these both, you can understand that Mahabharata talks about the crisis of human life. And it talks about the Purusharthas. That is Mahabharata. But coming to Ramayana, we can see it is a journey of a common man. Rama, a person. Rama as a son. Rama as a shishya. Rama as a husband. Rama as a prince. And a person who always gives away his priorities for the integrity of his family. A common man he is. So that is Ramayanam, Ramasya Ayanam. We are getting lessons from each and every moment of Rama's life. That is Ramayana. Such a beautiful composition Ramayanam is. And when it comes to Malayalam language, the evolution of Malayalam language that happened, and in between there was a type of language that is known as Manipravalam. It is not pure Malayalam, it is not pure Tamil, or it is not pure Sanskritam also. It is something, a mixture of the languages there, and Manipravalam, and there are, now also we can see, we can get some Manipravala kritis, Manipravala compositions are also available. So at that time, there was a composition on Rama, or there was a composition on Ramayanam, that is Ramacharitam, but that cannot be titled completely as a Manipravala Grantha, but Ramacharitam is known to be the first and ever book on Ramayana. It is written by Chirama Kavi, who is Sri Rama Kavi. Written by Chirama Kavi. And there is a story behind it. The most important part of this Ramayanam or this Ramacharitam is, it actually elaborates the Yuddha Kandam only. It mentions about all other things, but the most important thing is Yuddha Kandam. So why it is Yuddha Kandam? People say that he has written that for to encourage the people, the Sainika or the soldiers in some country or something. But anyway, Yuddha Kandam is the main corpus. Yuddha Kandam is elaborately written there in Ramacharitam, and it is written by Chirama Kavi. So this is the first and foremost Malayalam Sahityam or literature on Ramayana, we can say. Coming to there are many disputes regarding this thing, that people say that it is written by a person. Chirama Kavi was residing there in the southern Kerala, but people say that there is a word named chaduga. Chaduga in Malayalam, in normal way it is jumping, and another word, another meaning which is used in northern Kerala, that is chaduga, means throwing something away. It is only used, throwing something away. In that meaning, it is only used in northern Kerala. So people say that he was a person from northern Kerala. But anyway, all these things are of course matter of disputes. But anyway, this is the first and foremost Ramayanam, and it comes under Pattu Sahityam, which is poetry. On Yuddhakanda, it is written. Coming to Adhyatma Ramayana, Tunjatha Eduttachan, Tunjatha Ramanujan Eduttachan, he was a person, as I told you, he wrote the purest form of Malayalam, composed Ramayana, and at the same time he has made a new narration technique that is known as Kilipart. So what is Kili? In Malayalam, Kili means a bird. Pata is a poetry or a poem. He wrote it in this way, that he is requesting a Kili, he is requesting a bird to chant or to tell the story of Rama. The poet is not telling us the story. He is requesting, he is making a request to the bird to chant the story, to tell the story. So the bird sings the story. So that is Kilipart. And after him, the Kilipart Prasthanam, this narrative technique has become so famous, and many other literary compositions can also be seen in Kilipart Prasthanam. So, in the way of literature also, we can definitely say that Kilipart Prasthanam and Eduttachan's contribution was great. And here, regarding Eduttachan's composition, we have Kavitrayam in Malayalam. There are very famous Kavis are there, 3 Kavis are there. One among them, Vallathol, Narayana Menon, he wrote a sloka on that. Kavyam Sugeyam Katha Rakhaviyam, Kartavu Tunjattulavaya Divyan, Chollunnado Bhakti Mayaswaratil, Ananda Labdhikini Yendu Venam. Kavyam Sugeyam. Kavyam, the composition, Sugeyam, it is very easy to chant. Katha Rakhaviyam, and the storyline, it is the story of Rama. Kartava Tunjattulavaya Divyan. Kartava, the composer, the writer is Tunjatta Eduttachan, Tunjatta Ulavaya Divyan, the divine person who is there at Tunjatta, the Tunjamparambu, the place. Chollunnatho Bhaktimaya Swaratil, and it is sung in a very divine way. Ananda Labdhiki Ini Yendu Venam. So we can find the utmost Anandam by chanting or listening to this Ramayana. So Ananda Labdhiki Ini Yendu Venam. This is told by Vallathol, Narayana Menon, regarding the composition, Eduttachan's composition. In Adhyatma Ramayanam, we can see, in the philosophical way, if we see or read Adhyatma Ramayana, we can see, of course, it's a Bhakti Sahitya, at the same time, that comes with the philosophy of Advaita Vedanta also. Eduttachan, when he composed, when he was writing this, and when he gave that to the society, we can see, of course, Advaita Vedanta, the greatest Pracharaka of Advaita Vedanta is also from Kerala, Shankaracharya, right? So, Advaita philosophy or Advaita Vedantic philosophy can also be seen in that Adhyatma Ramayana, and that is one of the most important and famous thing about Adhyatma Ramayana. Regarding the composition, here, as I told you, it starts like Sri Rama Rama Rama, Sri Rama Chandra Jaya, Sri Rama Rama Rama, Sri Rama Bhadra Jaya, Sri Rama Rama Rama, Sita Abhirama Jaya, Sri Rama Rama Rama, Loka Abhirama Jaya. So that comes in that way. And Sri Rama Namam Padi Vanna Paingilipenne, Sri Rama Charitam Ni Chullidu Madiyade, Sharika Paital Tanum, Vandichu Vandyan Mare, Sri Rama Studiode, Paranyu Tudanginal. So this is how it is composed. So he is requesting, and the bird, with that polite way, in that polite way, the bird opens up the story of Ramayana. And of course, it also has the same Kanda system, Balakanda, Ayodhya Kanda, like that, the same Kanda system. And it also, Sundara Kanda is the most toughest part of Adhyatma Ramayana. In Sanskritam also we see that if you want to get a grip on the language, you go and read Sundara Kanda, then Sundara Kanda will actually make you, that will enhance you. So that thing is there. So here we can see, in Sundara Kandam, that opens in this way, Sakala Shuka Kula Vimala Tilakita Kalebare Sarasya Piyusha Sara Sarvaswame Kathaya Mama Kathakalati Sadaram Kakusthalilakal Ketal Mativara Kili Makalodati Sarasamiti Rekukula Thipan Kirti Keti Duvan Chodicharandaram Kalamuriyu Marakinudu Turutu Chollidinar. So the composition you can see, it's not so easy, just like jiggling the words, right? So Kathaya Mama Kathakalati Sadaram Kakusthalilakal Ketal Mativara. So, it was, and of course, we need to think about the present society also. It was a part of the education system in Kerala, but now it is not. And of course, there are many reasons. The Karkataka month, Karkataka Masam we say, that is observed as Ramayana Masa in Kerala. The trend has started in Kerala by a voluntary organization, whoever it is. But now in Karkataka Masa, all the media come with some of the other allegations. That Ravana was a great person, not Rama. Ravana was, and in the media I have seen that a person he has written a composition, he has written a news, it was an editorial story it was, regarding the compositions of Ravana. Ravana was a great poet. Jatatavi Galajala Pravaha Pavitastale, Glevalam Bilam Bhujangatunga Malikam, Damadhamadhamadhamanina Damadhavarvayam, Chakara Chandatandavam Tanatuna Shiva Shivam. Jatakataha Sambrahma Brahman Nilimbadarjari, Vilola Vijivallari, Virajamana Murdhani, Dhagad Jalalladata Pattapavake, Kishora Chandra Shekhare, Riti Pradikshanam Mama. And he asked, can Rama write in this way? What we are supposed to say? This is what the narratives which are going on in Kerala. I should say this. It's not out of place, I think. So, coming back to the real Ramayana. Coming back to Ramayana, as I told you, after Tunjattu Ramanujan Eduthachan's Adhyatma Ramayanam, we had Niranam Kavi. Niranam is a place in Kerala. Niranat Kavigal, we say. So they have composed another set of Ramayana, and that is Kannasha Ramayanam. The name of that composition is Kannasha Ramayana. They were brothers, and Kannasha Ramayana, it was written, it is believed to be there, it evolved in 14th century, and it is written in Manipravalam language. Kannasha Ramayana is in Manipravalam language, and it follows Walmiki Ramayana closely. Not Adhyatma Ramayana. It closely follows Valmiki Ramayana. And there are some other traditional observations, or we say the traditional, the customs. And there was a custom which is known as Pana, which is only done by the men in the society. So Pana Paduga, so singing the Pana. So Ramayanam Pana, that is another composition. And it is written by Ramavarma Maharaja. He was a king in Kerala. And another one special Ramayana is there, that is Ananda Ramayana. It is written by Vasudevan Mosada. So he told that in the Avatarika, in the foreword, he writes in this way that this Ramayana is translated. It is written by Walmiki, and I have translated that into Malayalam in this way. He speaks in this way. He writes in this way. But we can see there are many contrasts in that Ramayana. First of all, we know that normally Ramayana starts with the story of Dasharatha, and Dasharatha is sad because he didn't have children. So in that way, the opening of Ramayana in every literature. But here, it goes back to the past of Dasharatha, it goes back to the past of Ravana, it goes back to the past of everyone. And the characters, the names are also same here, but the problem is, we cannot say that in the exact way how it is written in Valmiki Ramayana, it is written here. For example, there are some examples, and this book is available on Internet Archive also. This Ramayana starts from the marriage proposal of Kausalya. It cannot be seen in any other Ramayana. And that comes in this way. The youngest wife of Dasharatha, in this Ramayana it is mentioned as Kaikeyi. And in this Ramayana, Lakshmana is elder to Bharata. We don't know, but we need to understand that this was also a composition, and it is a very famous composition, and it is admitted by the society. And here there are 9 kandas, 9 chapters in this Ramayana. Especially in the first kanda, that tells the entire story of Ramayana in one kanda. And the rest is the happenings after Rama Pattabhishekam. So in one chapter, in one kanda, he has summarized the entire Ramayana story in this way. Then after that, it goes for the happenings after Rama Pattabhishekam. So, and most importantly, it is written as a prose, not as a poetry. It is written as a prose. That is Ananda Ramayanam, written by K. Shankaran Musad. And he claims that he has translated it, and the original was written by Valmiki, but we are not sure about that because we cannot get any sources on Valmiki wrote such Ramayana anywhere. But this person claims in that way, and this book was published, and it was on the publication line for so many years, and now I think this is out of publication. But anyway, this Ramayana is available for our references and reading. It is written in Malayalam language only in the prose order. That is another type of Ramayana. And Niranam Kavis, they have written Rama Stotras also. Not only Ramayana, they have written Rama Stotras also. And there is a stotra named Ramayana Sankshepam. It's a compiled version, a brief version of Ramayana. But till date, it was a manuscript, and the manuscript was collected by the people, and they have scanned it. But unfortunately, the last folios were missing. So that is claimed as Adhyatma Kartarakam. We don't know who the author is. But that is a very great composition. That is Ramayana, Sankshepa Ramayanam. Coming to the modern literature, we can see. There was a great poet, Kumaran Ashan. He wrote a kavita, he wrote a poetry that is Chintavishtayaya Sita. And in this context, I just need to tell you one thing, that after the Bhakti Prasthanam, or after Kerala state adopted different types of ideologies, and Kerala state has started following and practicing different types of ideologies, people started approaching all sorts of scriptures with a freedom which was granted by the society. So every literary form was criticized in Kerala. And as I told you, some people have made their own compositions in their own way, glorifying the demons in Ramayana. There is a poet named Vayalar Ramavarma. He was a great poet. He wrote many poetries, and he wrote many songs for the films also. So if you just Google Vayalar Ramavarma, you can see he was a great poet, of course. He wrote a kavita, he wrote a poetry, and the heroine of that poetry is Tadaka. Yes. But if you read it, definitely it's a great composition in the language aspect. Vindhya Shailattinda Tadvarayil, Nisha Gandhikal Muttidam Bhalguna Sandhyayil, Parvati Pujakke Poonulluvan Vanna, Dravida Rajakumariyam Tadaka. Opening line. Intention is clear. But anyway, these type of compositions are there. People have approached Ramayana in such a way. So, this Vayalar Ramavarma's composition is very famous in Kerala. Nowadays, in the youth festivals conducted there in the schools, colleges and all, definitely one or the other guy would definitely go for singing this Tataka in the Malayalam poetry recitation. The society has accepted it. Ramayana was a part of the real Adhyatma Ramayana or Valmiki Ramayana was a part of syllabus, but nowadays it is not. So that is because of the political changes that happened in Kerala. So we think that whoever chants Jai Sri Ram is considered to be a fanatic in Kerala. No doubt in that. No doubt in that. And people are afraid of observing their own customs in Kerala. We are. Because we will be stamped as a fanatic. So going to a temple has become something bad in Kerala. Yes, it is. I'm not exaggerating the thing, but it is. You are not supposed to, and Onam, we know Onam is closely related to the Hindu, the ideology and the stories also in this way, but that cannot be seen in anywhere, in any Puranas, because Mahabali was the king of Kerala, and Vamana came there. So the story goes in this way. Now Onam has become a secular festival. There is a tradition of putting Trikkakarappan in the Onam celebrations. But when it becomes secular, you are not supposed to put Trikkakarappan in the Onam because that's a Hindu idol. Like that, Ramayana also interpreted or misinterpreted in several ways by different people. And the storylines of Ramayana or the different plots or the subplots of Ramayana are taken by different kavis, and they have made their own creations in their own way. Giving bad or what do we say, the silly references to Ramayana. People are making the literature in such a way, and of course we are witnessing it in Kerala. So this is the ground I'm telling you. And coming to this composition, Kumaranashan has written Chintavishtayaya Sita. So Sita, after she was abducted by Ravana, she was there in Ashokavanika, she was sitting there near a tree, under a tree. So that context is written there in Chintavishtayaya Sita. That is also a good composition. And Vallathol Narayana Menon has written Kilikonjal. That is also regarding Ramayana. And coming to the tribal Sahityam or the tribal literature, we can see that there are many literary forms which can be seen in tribal literature also. Coming to the art forms or arts, the painting especially, whenever, if any of you come to Cochin, try to visit the Mattancherry Palace. So Mattancherry Palace was built by the Dutch people, and it was owned by the Cochin dynasty. So there we can see 66 paintings on different Ramayana happenings or incidents. It's a very beautiful reference to Ramayana, the Ramayana tradition in Kerala, and these paintings are made in the Kerala way also. So the mural art or the mural painting we can see 66 number paintings are there, and there is a place or there is a kava or there is a temple near Mannar, that is Panayannar Kava. There also we can see this type of paintings regarding Ramayana. Coming to the messages of Ramayana, what is the real message of Ramayana is? So become that person in this world, even your enemies will praise you. There is a very famous sloka in Ramayana, Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha Sadhu Satya Parakramaha. And who tells that sloka? Yeah? And who is Marija to Rama? Marija is enemy to Rama, right? So even the enemy knows that this person is unbeatable, and the first line says that Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Rama is the embodiment of Dharma. Sadhu Satya Parakrama. So, one of the main messages of Ramayana is that, and of course the translations are also there, but I'm sure that you won't be understanding it. I'm going through in Sanskrit only. And coming to another word, that is Maryada Purushottama. There is only one person in this world who is known as Maryada Purushottama. It is only Rama and Rama. Why Rama is known as Maryada Purushottama? There is a conversation between Narada and Valmiki. I think you know that. There he asks, Konvasmin Sampratam Loge Gunavan Kaschaviryavan Dharmatnyascha Kritatnyascha, like that 16 qualities are enlisted there. So here we can see Rama is the only person who has all these 16 good qualities. Gunavan, Viryavan, Dharmatnyaha, Kritatnyaha, Satyavakyaha, Dridhavrataha, like that. So these type of messages are written there in a literary composition. When we approach Ramayana just as a literary composition, why these things are mentioned there in that literature? Which means The literature wanted to impart that in the society. The society should understand the values and the societies should follow the values. So in that way, Ramayana was composed. Coming to Adhyatma Ramayana again, here there is a context, Lakshmana Upadesham. So if possible, I request all of you to try to understand Lakshmana Upadesham, read Lakshmana Upadesham. Lakshmana Upadesham, and what is the scenario there, what is the context there? When Kaikeyi demanded that Rama has to go to the forest and Bharata should be the king of Ayodhya, Rama approached Dasharatha voluntarily and he said that I am ready to do this. Because the integrity of my family and the dynasty is more important than anything else. I value it more. And he goes back to his chamber. There comes Lakshmana. And Lakshmana is so angry. Lakshmana is so angry because Lakshmana has nothing to do with Rama's destiny, right? Kaikeyi didn't demand to send Lakshmana to the forest. It was only Rama. So why Lakshmana became so angry? Because of the love to his elder brother. He was so angry, and he came to Rama and he told that I am going to kill all these people and I am going to make you the king of Ayodhya. So there we can see a strategy played by Rama. And I have read this Sanskritam in Adhyatma, Valmiki Ramayana also, I have read another Ramayanas also. But in Adhyatma Ramayana, Tunjati Ramanujan Edutachan, he depicted that in such a great way. Because Rama opens the conversation with a pampering to his younger brother. Vatsa, Saumitre, Kumara nee kelkanam, Malsaradyam vedinyennuda vakugal. Valsa, oh, young boy. Kumara, you are very younger to me. You are my child. Nee kelkanam, you listen to me. Malsaradyam vedinyennuda vakugal. Live about all the troubles and all the conflicts in your life. Just listen to my words. Just like pampering him. Because the best way to handle an angry person is to pamper him, right? Of course, the mothers would be knowing that more than fathers. Yes, if a child is angry, what would we do? We pamper him. So in that way, Rama pampers Lakshmana. Valsa Saumitre Kumarani Kelkanam Malsaradyam Vedinyennuda Vakugal. And he says that Ninnuda Tattvam Arinyirikkunnidu Munname Nyanado Ninnullileppozhum, which means I know what is there in your mind. And of course, I agree with that. Which means, then Lakshmana is coming down. Okay. He knows it. നിന്നുടെ തത്വം അറിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നിത് മുന്നമേ ഞാനടോ നിന്നുള്ളിലെപ്പോഴും എന്നെക്കുറിച്ചുള്ള വാത്സല്യപൂരവും നിന്നോളമില്ല മറ്റാർക്കും എന്നുള്ളതും. I know that you are the most loving person in this world and you love me the most. Not even Sita. It is you who is loving me the most. നിന്നോളമില്ല മറ്റാർക്കും എന്നുള്ളതും. Then നിന്നാൽ അസാധ്യമായില്ലൊരു കർമ്മവും. There is nothing which is there in this world which you cannot do. You can do everything. Praising him, pampering him. നിന്നാൽ അസാധ്യമായില്ലൊരു കർമ്മവും നിർണയമെങ്കിലും ഒന്നിതു കേൾക്ക നീ. Please listen to me. That is the strategy. I know you are great. I know you are good. You love me a lot. And you are the most powerful and strong person in this world. You can do whatever you wish. But listen to me. And after that, if you read it, it is full of philosophical values. So let me read 2 or 3 lines from there. Vishwavam nishesha dhanya dhanadiyam സത്യമെന്നാകിലേ തത് പ്രയാസം തവ യുക്തം അതല്ലായെങ്കിൽ എന്തതിനാൽ ഫലം. You think that this physical world is the reality, but you understand that this is not the reality. Whatever the throne is offered, it was offered to me once, and now people are taking away it from me. I'm not in trouble because of that, because I understand that this is not the reality. The reality is just the life we are leading. That's all. And we are here for a reason. And here, he says that, Pandhar Peruvazhiyambalam Tannile Tandarai Vannu Koodum Varum Pole. And you think that I'm your elder brother, you are my younger brother, and Dasharatha is our father, and Kaikeyi and Sumitra and Kausalya, these people are our mother, and these people, we are together, we are a family. You think all these things in that way, and because of that, you are so emotional. But Pandhar Peruvazhiyambalam Tannile Tandarai Vannu Koodum Varum, which means we are just the travelers in this world. Just like the people, they come to a shelter in the evening, the travelers, those who are traveling by way, and in the evening they come to a shelter and they reside there for a while, or for 1 night or 2 nights or 3 days there. So just like that, all the people in this world, we are also traveling in that way. And we have come together because of the Prakriti, because of some reason, some of the other reasons. And all these things are not the reality. So understanding the reality and practicing the reality, that is very, very important in our life. And he says that, Nadyam Orugunna Kashtangal Polayum Etrayum Chanjalamayuru Sangamam. Which means, you think about a river which is flowing. It is full of water, it's flowing there. And there are the firewoods, the woods which are there in the water, and that flow, those in the water, those flow. And sometimes, 2 firewoods will be coming closer. That will travel for a span of time together. Then after that, they go by their own way. So like that, in this world, we are also traveling in that way. You come here and I am here. We are traveling together. One day or the other, we are going to be separated. That is nothing but the Vedanta philosophy is. Nadyam Orugunna Kashtangal Polayum Etrayum Chanjalamaya Sangamam Lakshmiyum Asthirayalle Manushyarka. Lakshmi, wealth, asthira, it is not permanent to everyone. In Malayalam, I don't know whether it is there in other languages, for money we have a very special word, that is chakram. We say chakram. And what is the character of chakram? That travels from one person to the other. Right? So, Lakshmiyam Asthirayalle Manushyarka Nilkumo Yauvanam. Think about this good age, the youth. It is also not the reality. We will also grow old, and one or the other day, we will also die. Swapna Samanam Kalatra Dukkham Nrinam. Kalatra Dukkham. Or our family, the relationships, all these things are just like a dream. Swapna Samanam. Swapna Samanam Kalatra Dukkham Nrinam. Alpayusum Nirubikani Lakshmana. And everyone is Alpayus. We don't know how much we live. Today I am here. And our beloved Amma, she says that the next breath is not in your hand. It's out of your control. You cannot say that the next breath, we are planning one, especially the educational institutions we plan, right? For the one academic year calendar. So you assign Harikrishnan, December 25th, 2025. Who knows that I will be there in this world on 25th of December? Alpayusum Orkani, we are just succumb to this reality of death and birth. Alpayusum Orkani. Then, Nidrayam Vannita Udaya Shailopari Vidrutam Vannita Pinnayam Bhaskaran. Okay. Maya Samudratil Mungikidakayal Varthakyamodu Jaranarayam Punda Chirta Mohena Marikunnidu Chilar. Varthakyam and Jaranara, you are becoming old and you die without fulfilling your desires and wishes. Right? So people say that there are, I don't know whether this tradition is there or not, people say that if somebody dies with his eyes opened, he wants to come back to this world to witness the world once again because he hasn't accomplished his goals and his dreams. People say that. And I had a very great opportunity to visit Mahakumbha Mela this time. I had a companion with me. He's another faculty of my own institution. And health-wise, he was so down when we reached Kashi. Just a fun, he said that. He told me, if I die here, don't cremate me here. Why? I want to born again. Don't take me to Manikarnika. Take me back to my hometown, Kerala. I want to come back to this world. So, this is the reality. And he says that, Rogangalayulla Shatrukkalokayum. We have 6 enemies, right? Shad Ripavaha. We have 6 enemies. Which are the enemies? You would be knowing that. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, and Matsarya. These are the 6 enemies. And another enemy is not there, who is totally out of our control. That is Roga, disease, illness. So he says that, Rogangalayulla Shatrukkalam vannu Deham Nashipikkumevanam Nirnayam. Your body will be totally taken away by some or the other roga on some or the other day in your life. Mrityavum koodoru neram piriyade chidravum paarthu paarthullilirikkunnu. And Mrityu, your death. And where does the death situate? It is there inside you, that is waiting for a moment to come to you, that will hug you on one or the other moment. So he says that, Mrityavum koodoru neram piriyade chidravum paarthu ullilirikkunnu. It is there inside us. The Mrityu is there inside us. Deham nimittam aham buddhi kaikondu moham kalarnu jandukal nirupikkum brahmanoham narendroham adhyoham ennamredidam kalarnidam dashantare. And we think that I'm a professor, or I'm a great businessman, I'm a business tycoon, or whatever you are. What will happen in your life is, after your death, once the death comes and hugs you, Jantukkal bhakshichu kashtichu pokalam. Your body will be eaten by the worms. Or vendu venneerai chamanyu poyidalam. Sometimes you will be turned into ashes. Manninu keedilai krimigalai pogilam. Nannalla deham nimittam mahamoham. Twang mamsa raktasthi vinmotra retasam. Sammelanam panchabhutaka nirmitam. Idam shariram. And what is this body? Tvakka mamsa rakta asthi vinmotra retasam sangamasthanamidam. Right? So this physical body is made out of all these panchabhutas, and once it is evolved from the panchabhutas, it is sure that one day it will be dissolved into panchabhutas. So at last he is asking him, then why are you so thoughtful about my throne? It is none of our business. The integrity, the life in this world is more important than anything else, and that is what I need to do. That is what we need to say. So this is what Rama says to Lakshmana. So Lakshmana Upadesham, when I was in school, Lakshmana Upadesham was there in our syllabus, but nowadays when I check the textbooks, it is not. It is not. So we voluntarily, we teach our children Lakshmana Upadesham, because it is the total essence of the Upanishads, it is given there. The total essence of Vedanta, it is given there. You are made out of this physical body, is made out of Panchabhutas, and one day or the other that will be dissolving. And of course, it is written in Adhyatma Ramayana by Tunjati Ramanujan Edutachan. In such a marvelous way, he has written that. So, this is about Adhyatma Ramayana. Coming to the modern literature, as we say, so there are certain modern literary works in Kerala, as I told you, about Vallathol and other people. Ramayana in Malayalam folklore. In folklore also we can see the references of Ramayana, or some folklore, the Kavita or Kathas are there. Pattu Ramayana, it's a traditional folklore and style, it's a style of narration of Ramayana, and it is popular in rural Kerala. Now also this tradition is there, but of course the youngsters are not into it, because of course it's not they cannot, the problem is everything is controlled by money, right? Everything is. The thing is, why people are staying away from all these traditions? Because they are not gaining the materialistic profit from that. That's one very important thing is that people are not, because people are not paying them also, people are not getting them also. So if we want to make the tradition continue, sustain in this society, we need to support the tradition. So we say that we have to support them, then only the tradition will stay, otherwise it will not. So once, a very elder person in my family, he told me that in his childhood, there was a Purana, that is Tula Puranam. In Tamil, there is a Tula Puranam, right? I think there is a Tula Puranam in Tamil language. Yes, it is. But I am talking about a Tula Puranam which is written in Malayalam. Not written in Malayalam, it was Vamodi. That means orally transmitted from one generation to the another generation. So that is Tula Puranam. Now that Puranam is not in existence because we lost the tradition. That person who told me this thing, he remembers some lines from Purana, Tula Purana. And why Tula Purana is so important? It is not simply a Purana, it is the total agricultural system of the Western Ghats. How important that is. Which means in Kerala. Because after Western Ghats, we can see that is Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, and the states are there. So, according to the climate, according to the weather, how the cultivation should be done, that was sung as a Purana. It was orally transmitted from one generation to the other generation, but now it is not in existence. We are in search of that, but yet we didn't get it. So, these type of traditions must be, we have to support it. Kathakali and Kudiyatam. So everyone, whenever we think about Kerala, one face is Kathakali and another thing is backwaters with a boat, right? So that is Kathakali and Kudiyatam. So Kathakali and Kudiyatam are two performance arts. There also we can see, and many performances were written, and Ramayana episodes like Bali Vadham, Ravana Vadham, Sita Apaharanam, these are there in Kathakali, Malayalam Kathakali we can see. Autumn Tullal also. So it is a satirical retellings, that is Autumn Tullal. I think some of you would be knowing what Autumn Tullal is. Autumn Tullal is, it's an art form which you focus on, or the narration technique is totally on satire. So it's a satirical telling of everything. That means it will make fun of everything which comes across that. For example, there is an incident when Bhima is on the way for Kalyana Saugandhikam, right? That story we know. So Kalyana Saugandhikam and Autumn Tullal is there. Bhima is on the way in search of Kalyana Saugandhikam and he meets Hanuman on the way. So Hanuman is lying down there and his tail is crossing the way and all. So in a very decent way, it is depicted in different literatures, in different languages. But in Autumn Tullal, Kunchan Nambiyar, he made fun of that also. So he addresses, when Bhima comes to that person, Bhima comes to Hanuman, he starts in this way. Oh, old monkey, what are you doing here? Making fun of an elderly person he is, but it is a satirical way. So Autumn Tullal was very famous. Autumn Tullal is a great art form, and here also we can see Autumn Tullal, that compositions are there. Then Padayani and Theyyam. Padayani and Theyyam is purely, we can see, of course Theyyam is of northern Kerala. As I am a person from southern Kerala, I don't understand the essence of Theyyam in full till date. I have done that much studies in it. I tried to indulge into that, but I don't understand it. It's totally, it has the smell of the soil. So northern Kerala, Theyyam and Padayani is there. There also we can see these things. And Ramayana in contemporary poetry and novels we can see. Modern Malayalam literature has re-examined the roles of Sita, Mandodari, Shurpanakha, Ahalya, as I told you, questioning traditional gender narratives. It is not in a supportive way, but it has questioned each and every character, especially we say now we have some sort of feministic approach to everything, right? So, feministic approach. So, why Shurpanakha was attacked by these two people? So, in this way, it is questioned, the modern Malayalam literature. Ramayana is also used to as a lens to analyze the social justice, caste, and human rights and issues. So, we know the story of Guha, right? Soon after leaving the palace, and they first The person whom Rama, Lakshmana and Sita they met was Guha. And who was Guha? He was a king, a tribal king he was. And can we see any type of discrimination in any Ramayana? But in Malayalam literature we can see that. Somebody has made it. So Guha offered them. So think about that. 3 people, those who were born and brought up in a royal family, they don't know how to live a normal life in the society, right? They don't know how to live a life in the forest. They don't know how to support themselves there in the forest alone. Guha acts as a guru there, right? Guha teaches them what to do, how to survive in the forest. This is what we have read in Ramayana. But that is also questioned there in different literatures in Malayalam. Discrimination is there. And why are you stamping certain characters as demons? Answer the question. Why Ravana is considered to be as a demon? Because he was a great Shiva Bhakta. Shiva gifted him his own sword and he has written these type of compositions. And why you people are stamping these people as demons and these people as good people? So in the modern Malayalam literature talks about it in this way. And in drama and cinema also we can see themes influenced and many, especially when I take classes, I think, sir, you are also from Telugu. There was a 2015 Allu Arjun movie, Son of Satyamurthy. Some of you would have watched it, right? Anyone who watched that movie? No, you don't watch movies. We have to watch movies. You need to watch movies. And anyone who has watched that movie? Yeah, many of you have watched that movie. What is, and in the normal way, we criticize films, right? What is the thread of Son of Satyamurthy? Can anybody say that? Anyone? No, we have watched that movie and we have enjoyed the song and all. It is Ramayana, sir. What is the intention of the hero? If you watch that movie, the intention of the hero is, there was a promise made by his father and the hero wants to fulfill it in the absence of his father. He wants everybody in this world, in this society to respect his father. What is that? It is Ramayana. Watch movies, please. Thank you very much. No, we need to watch movies. Yes, of course. So now also in 2015, there was a movie taking reference from Ramayana. And there are many movies and literary compositions everywhere. So in Malayalam, directors like G. Aravindan and K.G. George, they have used Ramayana inspired themes in their works. Not exactly the right thing, but inspired. They were inspired by different themes and they have taken the themes and all. But they have made it in different ways. And they have made the stories or made the films in that way. And Ramayana Masam, as I told you, it's a popular culture in Kerala. It was started some decades ago. The Karkataka Masa, the month Karkataka is observed as a Ramayana Masa there. So everybody at that time, fortunately, many voluntary institutions and many societies, those want to, or those who understand the reality, the real value of Ramayana and these traditions, they conduct different types of competitions. Just like memorizing this Lakshmana Upadesham or Nama Ramayanam we have, right? So Nama Ramayanam. And there are, in many families we can see, elderly people, they read Ramayana in that month. The entire Ramayana will be read in that month. So, like that, the modern traditions are also there. And there are some additions and interpretations. In Malayalam, different Ramayanas, in different Malayalam Ramayanas, there are some additions and interpretations. For example, Lavakusha's devotional recitation of Rama Nama Japam, that cannot be seen in Sanskritam Ramayana, in Mula Ramayana, I think. But that can be seen in Ramayana. And in Adhyatma's Adhyatma Ramayana, Leva and Kusha, Rama's sons, are described as chanting Rama Nama as a part of their daily practice. And this aspect is highly emphasized in Kerala, aligning with Nama Japa. So we have the Nama Japa tradition. So Kali Yuga, we need to do Nama Japa, right? So inspiring, to inspire that one tradition, he has written in that way. And Hanuman's journey to Patala. Any references in any Ramayana? Any people, anyone? There are there. The thing is that some Malayalam retellings describe an additional adventure Hanuman in Patala, where he rescues Rama's ring. That story is there. Sita's devotion and the golden idol of Sita. So here Rama commissioning a golden idol of Sita to perform Ashwamedha Yaga in her absence. It can be seen in some Ramayanas. And Hanuman's presence at Sita's exile. So Ravana gives Sita a mango while she is in Lanka. It is there. And, Hanuman secretly watched over Sita during her exile in Walmiki ashramam, ensuring her safety. So those lines are there. And the story of mango tree in Sita's chastity test. So Ravana has given the mango to Sita, and when she drops the mango on the ground, it withers instantly, proving that her mind is untouched by the desire, reinforcing her purity. So these type of stories are there. And Hanuman testing Rama's devotion. So that can only be seen in Malayalam, I think. Hanuman is testing Rama's devotion. So Hanuman, writing Rama's unwavering love for Sita, pretends to pluck a single strand of Sita's hair and drops it in the water. When Rama notices, he experiences deep sorrow, showing that even a small parting from Sita affects him. So in that way, maybe in literature, the beauty of literature can be seen in that way. So there is I have read that some modern kavi, it is not in a printed way we can see on Facebook or some social media. So somebody has written the sorrow of Rama when he lost Sita. So Sita was abducted by Ravana at that time, how he cries, with some pictorial descriptions and all. So these are all can be seen in this thing. And Sita's motherly affection for Hanuman, that can be seen there. And the Kerala connection. Whatever we do, we establish a connection with Kerala, right? So that's a very normal thing. So there we can see Shabarimala. Yes, I don't know whether it is the real Shabari Ashramam or not, but we say that it is Shabarimala. And yes, it is our Shabarimala. And Lord Ayyappa's connection. And in some compositions, not the real Ramayana compositions, Ayyappa is depicted as Rama's son. There are compositions like that. So in Harikrishnan, they say that Harikrishnan is the name of Ayyappa, but it is depicted as the son of Rama. And while not part of mainstream Ramayana text, there are speculative narrations linking Rama, Sita or Hanuman to Ayyappa's divine birth. This also happens there. And of course, now it has become a great tourist attraction. Jatayu rock, right? Jatayu Para. The place's name was Jatayu Mangalam. The real name of that place where the story we know, Jatayu was attacked. Jatayu tried to rescue Sita. At that time, Jatayu was attacked by Ravana. He cut down the two wings of Jatayu and he has fallen down on a hill. So that place was known as Jatayu Mangalam. And due to time, it has become Chataya Mangalam. Now the place is known as Chataya Mangalam. The place is there and the rock is there. And now they have made a great sculpture of Jatayu. One Kodanda Ramaswamy temple is also there. And it is under the tourism department of Kerala. That's another thing. But anyway, if you want to go, you can go and visit that place. It is very nearby my institution, Amrita Vishwavidyapitham. So this can be seen there. And there are, in Palakkad area, there are some traditional customs or traditional practices. There also we can see that Rama's and Sita's traditions or the stories are being sung, but not in pure Malayalam. It is somehow Malayalam and Tamil mixture. So, Rama is everywhere. Rama is there in Malayalam, Rama is there in Telugu, Rama is there in Tamil, Rama is there in Sanskritam. So, Rama is there everywhere. So, Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje. So, we all are just trying to learn about Rama's life and we are trying to practice the good things which Rama has given us. Of course, criticisms are there and many new narrations are there. people are trying to misinterpret whatever the Indian traditions are, but the only thing is, we should not try to fight with the people. We should learn the reality, right? The only thing is we should learn the reality. So I am so happy that when I came here, I talked with sir, and he told that, of course, Sanskritam is a part of the curriculum in this Gurukulam. Yes, it is. I still remember when in 2006, I got into Sanskrit University at Tirupati, and one of our senior professors, he made us only one request. You learn Sanskritam, read and understand the original text. Don't go for any translations. In Malayalam, we have a saying about translation. You understand, I think. Grandham pattu pakartiyidil. If you rewrite one grantha, rewrite, not offset printing, rewrite by hand. Grandham pattu pakartiyidil, muhurtam mootramayidum. Right? In the first grantha, it was muhurta. It has written for 10 times. Muhurta has become Motra. This is what happens. And think about the Ayurveda tradition in India, right? What happened to the Ayurveda tradition in India? When Ayurveda started giving up Sanskritam language and relying upon the modern translated versions, Ayurveda lost its identity, not even validity. For example, one Ayurveda professor, he asked me, okay, you know English, yeah. You know Sanskritam, yes. Can you translate an Ayurveda text from Sanskritam to English? I told, yes, I can. He gave me 5 words. For first-hand information for me it was, because I was not an Ayurveda student. He told me that, according to the consistency of water, it is just an example, different words are used in Sanskritam. Jalam, Udakam, Apaha, like that. According to the nature and consistency of water. How do you translate that into English? Water. Where is the consistency? Where is the nature of the water? You don't know. You just translate it. Word translation you have done. That's all. So if you want to understand, that was the only request made by our professor. I also make the same request too, because I understood the value of that. So try to learn Sanskritam. Sanskritam is a very beautiful language, and it's a very simple language also. Because whatever languages we speak nowadays, the great portion of that language is nothing other than Sanskritam. Can be the vocabulary, can be, I think the Telugu Vyakaranam is in the form of, right, Sanskritam Vyakaranam, right? Yes, sir. Yes, I understand Telugu well, because I was there in Tirupati for 10 years. So I request all of you to learn Sanskritam and read Sanskritam and teach Sanskritam. So thank you very much for this opportunity here. I think I didn't make you bored. Okay, thank you very much. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.
I need to watch more movies.